a comedian I just listened to, gave some of the best life advice I have ever heard. And the crazy part, it wasn't about comedy. It was about how to build a life, how to find work you love, how to become attractive, how to stop comparing yourself to everyone else. And the final idea in this is the one that changes everything because it is the difference between living somebody else's life and finally becoming yourself. Jimmy Carr says something simple. Life is self assignment. Nobody is coming to pick you. Nobody is going to tap you on the shoulder and say, you are now officially allowed to begin. No one is coming. If you want to be a comedian, write jokes. That's the job. If you want to be a writer, write. If you want to make videos, make videos. If you want to become the kind of person you admire, start practicing being that person. Life is self-assignment. And most people wait. They wait for permission. They wait to feel ready. They wait until they think they are good enough. But here's the truth. You do not become good before you start. You become good because you start. You are the one you've been waiting for. Jimmy Carr points to the crowd and says, "See all these people? That's Christmas future. That is where you want to be. So do the work. If you want to be funny, write jokes. If you want to speak, speak. If you want to create, create. You do not get there by dreaming about it. You get there by practicing it badly until one day you are not bad anymore." And here's the part that most people miss. The point is not to become the best. The point is to become the only. Jimmy Carr says, don't be the best, be the only. That is one of the most powerful ideas I have ever heard because the second you try to be the best, you are in competition. Now you are comparing yourself to everybody else and you are trying to copy. You are trying to fit. You are trying to become some polished, perfect version of somebody who already exists. But no one can beat you at being you. You are the only person with your exact combination of weirdness, your exact voice, your exact life, your exact scars, your exact sense of humor. Lean into that. The thing you think makes you strange might be the thing that makes you unforgettable. You don't need to be the best version of someone else. You need to become the fullest version of yourself. And this is true with creativity too. Jimmy Carr says comedy is like learning an instrument. You don't have to become a professional. You can do it because it's joyful. You can do it because it's fun. You can do it because there is something inside you that wants to come out. Not everything has to become a business. Not everything has to make money. Some things are worth doing because they make you more alive. And strangely, those are often the things that eventually become your work. Somebody asked Jimmy Carr how to become a journalist. His answer, start writing, get on the internet, write on Substack, write for yourself, write badly, write often, and eventually you become better. That's exactly how I think about videos. If you want to make videos, not one, not three, not 50, 100, because identity is repetition. You don't become a creator by wanting to be one. You become a creator by creating. But the most surprising advice he gave was not about work. It was about relationships. Someone asked, how do I get a girlfriend? Jimmy Carr said something brilliant. Stop asking what you want and start asking what you have to offer. That changes everything because most people walk into life asking, what can I get? What can they do for me? But the better question is, who am I becoming? What do I bring into a room? What kind of energy do people feel around me? Do I make people laugh? Do I make people feel safe? Do I make people feel seen? Then he gives practical advice. Make friends, lots of them. Build a life, build a tribe, and then go do the things where the kind of people you like actually are. If you like women who do yoga, go do yoga. If you like people who go to the gym, go to the gym. If you like coffee, go to the coffee house. If you like creative people, go where creative people are. If you like reading books, go to the library. Stop sitting alone wishing your life was different. Go where life is happening. Shared interests create natural connection. Then he says something funny and brutally honest. He says, stop watching porn, not because he's trying to be moral, because it becomes a substitute for real courage. You know, it's like, oh, porn can make you blind, all that stuff. Blind to what is right in front of your face. Because to meet someone, to talk to someone, to risk rejection, you need desire. You need enough desire to overcome fear. You need to be willing to risk that horrible, awkward, ego death moment where someone says no. Because on the other side of rejection is connection. And if you never risk rejection, you never really live. And here's the deeper point. Jimmy Carr says, be a mensch, mensch. A mensch is just a good human being, someone who helps people, someone who is kind, someone who does favors, someone who shows up, someone who is strong without being cruel. He says the cure for toxic masculinity is simple. Be a gentleman, be helpful, be good to your friends, be kind. Because real strength is not domination. Real strength is confidence mixed with kindness. That combination is powerful. That combination stands out. That combination is rare. And then Jimmy Carr says something that feels like philosophy for life. It's a pirate's life for me, he says, meaning go do the strange thing. Go do the weird thing. Go do the thing that makes no sense to other people because maybe you are not supposed to live a normal life. Maybe you are supposed to make strange videos, write strange books, tell strange jokes, build a strange little life that feels completely unapologetically yours. Do not wait for permission. Give yourself permission. And then he says something beautiful. Don't wait to be brought flowers. Plant your own garden. This is one of the deepest pieces of advice in this entire thing. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Stop waiting for the world to tell you that you are allowed. Build your own life. Create your own opportunities. Become the person you have been waiting for. Jimmy Carr says he has a gratitude practice. Every day he thinks about how lucky he is. And that changes your whole disposition. Because what you focus on becomes your experience. If you focus on what is missing, life feels empty. If you focus on what is here, life feels rich. Disposition matters. The way you look at life changes the life you see. And one final idea, Jimmy Carr said, good is the enemy of best. If someone is not right for you, do not settle. There are people out there who will appreciate you for exactly who you are. You do not have to twist yourself into someone else to be loved. The right people do not want a copy. They want you. So here's the lesson. Life is self-assignment. Do the work. Be the only. Become a mensch. Plant your own garden. And stop trying to become the best version of someone else. Become the most honest version of yourself because no one else can beat you at being you. And that is your superpower. Go in love and peace with wisdom and understanding. Enjoy this day. Be you.